Welcome to another edition of Clarity Jams. I'm your host, Jessica Malnik, and in this session, I'm sitting down with Thiago, the founder of Dear Designer, an on-demand design service. His website has strong visuals, but he's missing a key opportunity to stand out. You're about to see how a few messaging can transform his brand from another design service to a go-to choice for agencies.
Hey there, my name is Thiago de Carvalho. I'm the founder and CEO of Dear Design.
Awesome. I'm so excited to chat with you and going to dive into your homepage for this messaging clarity jam session. So if you, before we kind of go into your sharing your screen, do you want to give our audience just a quick overview on what your company, Dear Designer, does?
Sure, absolutely. Dear Designer is an on-demand design service, a subscription-based design service, just like Netflix, but for designs. And we help anyone in need of design work get their designs done by giving them a team, a design team, for a flat monthly fee. It's pretty much you pay a monthly fee and you get a team of designers to do all your design work on a monthly basis. The goal is to help them outsource their designs, agencies, companies, influencers, anyone that has design needs. The goal is for them to outsource their designs, stop doing design work, so they don't have to do the design work themselves. They don't have to rely on unreliable freelancers, and stop wasting money sourcing, hiring, training, and managing in-house designers. Some people cannot even afford having in-house designers, so that's pretty much it. We do allocate, it's like renting your own design team, it's supposed to be part of your design department, your marketing department. So we literally take over all your design work while you focus on other stuff that is more important.
Yeah, I love it. Super clear, valuable premise of, hey, we're your on-demand design team. Who is your target customers?
So our target audience is pretty much web agencies, marketing agencies, entrepreneurs, small business owners, content creators, marketing managers, CMOs, event managers, churches, anyone that needs design work ongoing on a daily basis, a weekly basis, anyone that is paying for a freelancer to do design work, but they are frustrated with unreliability, or if they have in-house designers and their in-house designers are super busy, they cannot get more work done, and you need more people, but you don't want the overhead. So this is pretty much who our target audience is.
I love it. That is a very large group of people. Would you say, and you almost could run the risk of trying to be everything to everyone and then being nothing to no one because you don't stand out enough? Are there any segments of that tend to be your best customers?
Absolutely. So the people that we serve the most, which is pretty much 60 to 70% of our client base, are web and marketing agencies, because we focus a lot on quality and on speed. That means that there are lots of people that need design work, but sometimes they don't need something super pretty, or they don't need quality or speed. And we focus on people that serve other people. So web agencies and marketing agencies are the branding agencies. Those are the people that usually come to us. Sometimes they tried out another on design service out there and they didn't like the quality, it wasn't premium, or the communication was a bit flaky. So they usually come to us because because we literally focused on serving people that serve other people. That's pretty much what our target audience is focused
I love it. This being that specific makes a ton of sense.
on.
You want to kind of share your screen. So let's go back to sharing your screen if you can.
Sure. I think I'm sharing it here.
Yeah.
Is it not working?
I think I see it now. Can you see it?
Yeah, I do see it.
Okay, so you get right into it with your H1 where it's your own design team, reliable and always available, followed by get a handpicked and eager team to do all of your design work, just like if they were part of your team. And offer a flat monthly fee, no more wasting time with unreliable freelancers, exclamation point, see pricing, watch video. This is pretty good to get started. One thing I would ask is, have you thought about doing your own design team for agencies or something that has become so explicitly clear who your best fit customers are?
Yeah, that's an amazing point. This website was done about 5 years ago when we didn't have a target audience, when we didn't have a set group of people that we wanted to target. So that's pretty much why we haven't fully personalized or fully dedicated time with the copy for focusing on this particular group. But you're spot on. Our next version of the website is in the works, and it focuses specifically on agencies. And that's pretty much what is going to be straight on the headline. You're right on.
I love it. And kind of to point onto this a little bit more, which is get a handpicked and every team and unreliable freelancers. Is that what agencies would say? Is kind of a pain point that leads them to your designer.
Yeah. So we usually have client fit calls before they sign up. Well, so the website is out there, so people can literally just click on the sign up button and sign up straight away because it's it's self-service. But some people prefer to have a chat before, and we call those client fit calls when they call someone in our team. And the biggest pain points that those agencies have is that they've worked with freelancers that disappear in the middle of a project, or people that get a job, a full-time job, or literally they have so many projects going on at the same time that their agency is not the priority. So that's pretty much why we have that there, because that's their main pain point, and that's what we try to solve. So ego-free, people that they're not going to complain about unlimited revisions, and they feel like they are part of your team, because those people, they really want someone that is more relational instead of transactional. And that's why they come to their designer instead of having just a platform conveyor belt of designs going on for them. They actually build a relationship with their design team.
Yeah, I love it. I would just say stylistically, it almost feels better to just kind of say, maybe get a handpicked in every team that's always there for you. And you might not even need that second line. If there's never a wasting time of unreliable freelancers, that feels a little bit negative. You would almost just be like, hey, every team always there when you need them. Does that.
That's nice. That's super cool.
And then what is the video view?
Oh, the video is, again, that's a video that is actually 7 years old. Let me click on it. You'll see. It's a video that talks a little bit about your designer. Pretty much the same story. I don't know if you can hear the audio there.
I cannot, but I can get a sense of it.
But
my question to you, does this video convert well, or would it be better if it had your face as the owner?
Right. So that's a good question. We get a lot of people that come to the website, and they, on the call with us, they mention, oh, I love the video. It's super cool. Where did you get it done? Right? Do you guys do videos like that? And I have to tell the story that I actually, when I started the designer, even before the website, I created a video in PowerPoint. Believe it or not, the video was completely animated in PowerPoint. I did the storyboard in Illustrator, and then I split all the little bits and pieces of the characters, and I animated it in PowerPoint. I had the time. I didn't have the money at that time to get some people to do videos for us, and people find it funny. It's a really good icebreaker it's a really good conversation starter. And they say, oh, I really like it. Do you guys do video as well? We don't. We focus on design specifically, but it feels like people really like it, and it explains well what we do. We are way past time that we change that video for something a little bit more professional, but I would definitely keep the same vibe going on, the same illustration character. I know that is a bit of a trend that is not 2025 anymore, but it matches a lot our brand. So I think it still talks a lot about what we do and how we do it, especially because we are a visual company. We work with designs, illustrations. So it talks a lot about what we do.
Yeah, that makes so much sense to have that point. If you already have that point of view and that branding of being kind of illustration forward, then putting that onto your own website makes a ton of sense. Bigger picture, I notice everything on your homepage is pretty good. However, one thing I definitely notice is it's very, very company forward and not very forward with like any sort of personality for you or your team. Is that by design, or is that something that you're looking to lean into more?
So this is actually, again, in the plans. When I launched this website, we didn't have a big of a team. I think it was like 5 years ago, it was about 15, 20 of us. So it sounded a little bit weird. I don't like, when agencies, they say, oh, we are an agency, but then it's just a one person. behind the agency is not really a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I kind of felt like an imposter if I just showed like 5, 10 of us. And so we didn't have like an about us page showing the team and showing everyone else. We do have in the plans a whole, not only a whole area for the team in the landing page, well, in the us section for it in the homepage, but we will also create a whole website just for the team for what we do. We have videos. We usually have yearly days out that where we gather the whole team and we do activities. We do a bunch of things that clients would love to see. So we're going to have those stuff on the website as well, a website dedicated just to show a little bit about Dear Design and what happens in the backstage, things that people don't see much. But you're absolutely right. We don't have a lot in the homepage, and that is something that I really miss because it brings more the personality, brings a little bit more of who we are and how we do things. Because the service is all about getting to know the team and being approachable and relational. So this is something that is absolutely is missing on the homepage right now.
Yeah, you nailed it, and you're pretty much spot on, which was my next kind of question, which is there's nothing inherently wrong about this. However, it's almost because it is so faceless and so brand forward, you do run that risk of being seen as the commodity, as opposed to, oh, this is your designer and this is you as the owner and your team, and putting that a little bit more forward could go a very long way in terms of making that kind
100%.
of
I agree.
transition.
100%. Completely agree.
Awesome. Kind of going further into it, I like the scroll bar of the social proof. That makes a ton of sense. Do you happen to have case studies for any of those companies?
I don't. This is actually right now something that we're doing. We just sent out last week a form for our clients because this is a gold mine that we haven't done. And we've been running since 2018, and we have amazing clients. We have amazing people that have awesome case studies and success cases, and we've never documented it. We literally, we could have used that as content. We could have used that as copy, and sometimes even run ads and throw people to those success stories. We haven't used that, and I am the one to blame for that because when I go to websites, that's the first thing that I go to is case studies and things, how people use the service, what are the results they got from that. And I didn't do it for us. It's like crazy, right? I should have done that. This is not a big deal. It's super easy to put together. You just have to interview your clients. It doesn't need to be a video. It could be literally copy. We plan to do both. We plan to do a video interview with the clients as well as show a little bit of the stuff that they are doing, how they are getting success with your designer, and especially because we have visuals, right? So people want to see the kind of designs that their teams get done by us for their clients. So it's a no-brainer. We haven't done it so far, but we have it in motion right now. We just sent out a bunch of surveys for them to tell a little bit about the story, and the best ones we are going to turn into case studies as well as video showcasing their success.
Yeah, love to hear you're already on it, but totally get it. Cobblers face problems when you're a Sanford's business. Your own case studies. I mean, I found that same trap all the time. Take a back seat to client work. Totally get it. But that definitely will go a long way, especially given that you're a design company. Having those visuals on there and putting those on your homepage could really beef this up and make it that much stronger. Going further down, I like how you have bring your ideas to life, see the scope, and you kind of have that illustration, which is your style. That makes a ton of sense. You also have to scroll back down.
Yeah.
And you go into like all you can eat design, ridiculously fast, unlimited revision, unlimited brands. We like teams, variety of options. These are all fine as value props. Maybe make them that much more specific to agencies because you tied back to, hey, we're, the replacement for unreliable freelancers and like your on-demand team. Make sure that this copy specifies that. Could go a very long way in just making what is already good great.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Scroll down. Yeah, I love the testimonials. That's a really top that has a good design. Your designer absolutely knocks it out of the park every single time. Designs look amazing. I'm just so happy with the team. One thing you might even want to add, if you have more testimonials like this, definitely use them with social proof, but maybe even add in there, like, I like the headshot because that automatically, humanizes Robert and it's someone who's real. But second of all, if you have like one or two really good designs that you did for him, put that onto the testimonial and that can just make it stand out that much more.
That is a very good idea. I haven't thought of that, but showcasing what we've done for Robert, the designs that we deliver for Robert would make total sense because it doesn't only bring out the personality, but also showcases what we can do for agencies just like Robert's, right?
Yeah. And then you always hear about the rule of threes for pricing. Well, I always like to use the rule of threes for social proof as well. I find from all of the clients I work with, that tends to stand out more. So maybe if you have 2 more examples or even 5 more examples that you have 6, putting those all on your homepage with the headshot, with their name, with the company they work for, and the visuals just makes that so totally clear why you're the best fit for agencies.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'll definitely do something like that.
Yeah, and then the next thing right below it is good for startups, great for agencies, made for teams. You have whatever you want to say. If you're going for agencies and like web dev jobs and like web design jobs as your core focus, maybe it was good for startups and also made for teams. Cool. So is every other agency out there.
Yeah.
And it's made for teams doesn't, it's still protected.
That's absolutely true. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, collaboration gets you ahead of the game. Well, I hope so. Not to be blunt, but that's the example of like the rare copy that is doing nothing for you. And I suspect if you just got rid of that entirely and just utilize that and instead with 2 more testimonials that are found with reference, it's going to make this page go from 90% to 100 plus.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks so much.
Awesome. And then right below it, have you ever wasted time and money trying to find real advertisers? Totally spot on with kind of what you said your value prop was for around agencies. One thing that's stylistic, I think that is a lot of copy and a lot of I versus we. Further, something that I have found that works extremely well is to do like use second person whenever possible. So maybe change that to be a little bit less, a little bit tighter, and also written in second person and just gonna make it stand out more.
Okay. That's cool.
But that's like a super small thing. Down. So what are your new design team? I like the illustration, but maybe add your team here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. So in here, we have, those are actual illustrations of the team members, but obviously people visiting the website have no idea. So 100%. I think from a design perspective, finding the balance between the illustrations and the real people, the same way that we have here, that we have Robert here at the top, and then we have more people here at the bottom. I think that's where we have to kind of strike the balance and maybe try and do something fun. Like when you hover the person, it could become the real character or vice versa. Instead of we could have had the real picture here. And when you hover, you then see the illustration, the character. But yeah, you're spot on. I think having the picture of the team members would bring a little bit more of personality, a little bit more that relational feel.
Yeah, I love it. And like I said before, like I would have written it and I had no clue that was actually illustrations of your team. Even something as simple as just, hey, meet, Steve, meet Judy or whatever you may could just go so far. But I love the idea of adding in animations. And just having it be like a short bio. Definitely do that. Learn more about your process as a CTA makes sense. Your personal designer, your account manager, your quality hero. That all works. Down as easy as pie. Is this your process again?
Yes.
I like it, but I wonder if this is repetitive versus where it says see your process. But I'm also not opposed to it.
Got it. Yeah, it's literally we try to make it simple so people understand that there's literally the service is no rocket science. It's a 3-step process. You request the designs, the team gets working, and then you rinse and repeat. After you get the designs back, you just send more design requests, or you ask for revisions. That's pretty much it. lots of people ask us, what's the catch? Why is it so affordable? And at the same time, can you actually have as many revisions as you want? And we say that's exactly it. We don't limit your revisions. I always tell people what limits your revision is how fast you want to get things moving, right? Because if you send in 200 revisions, you're probably never going to move with anything. So just get stuff done. You have them there. You don't have to use it. It's like insurance, right? You pay for insurance, but you don't want to use them. That's pretty much it.
I love it. And what you just said there, it's like, it is truly unlimited and you pay for what you use or whatever. Maybe even if you have the confidence to learn, put that right in the process. Put that right on your
Absolutely.
homepage because that what you just said is perfect.
Yeah, and it's so funny because copy is everything. We call it unlimited. I don't like the word unlimited too much. It sounds a bit far-fetched. And people, they do come for unlimited, but they never stay for unlimited. When they join, they are very vocal about being reliable and always available whenever they need, being there for us. That's very much what they want. They want a team that is there and can deliver whenever they need, but they don't really care about the unlimited. It's literally just a word that the industry labeled us. There's this thing about calling it unlimited or a flat rate, and we were kind of labeled like that. I don't like to use the word unlimited much, but pretty much works for bringing people in. When they're there, they actually see what we're all about.
I like it. And something that's caught my eye. I love the fact that you have yourself as the founder right here. Maybe add a video, but something that definitely caught my attention is we make small look big. Is that something that like agencies that you work with say?
It
I see
absolutely
you.
is.
Okay, I
It
see you nodding
absolutely
your
is.
head to say that. Sorry, I didn't interrupt. In that case, maybe just make that your entire part right there. We make small look big. Add in, make that be a, pop as like an H2 and add a video. That feels to me like way more impactful than that entire paragraph.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that's the whole premise of Dear Zana is pretty much that. Before I started Dear Zana, I used to work for a big company with many big clients like Toyota, Coca-Cola, Samsung, and I wanted to work with the small people, as in people that sometimes they don't have the big budgets, they don't have the same amount of money to throw into marketing and copy and design. And I wanted, my whole idea was literally to make small look big for those people to have a fighting chance against those big brands. So that's literally the whole idea behind Dear Designer. And you're right. I should use that more and make it big so people can see that that is the premise behind Dear Designer.
Yeah. Do you think you maybe buried the most impactful one-liner of Dear Designer where we 3/4 down the page?
Never thought of that. No, that could be something big. Yeah.
Yeah. What would hold you back from leading with we make small agencies look big?
Nothing would hold me back. I think it's a very good hook. It's a straight on to the point, exactly what we deliver and what we promise. So I think that would be an impactful subject line, an impactful focus to things, literally to drive the company. I think you're right.
Yeah. Test it as your H1.
My main concern is, do you feel like when it's the H1, especially because of SEO purposes, shouldn't it say something about what you do, or is it just a myth? Shouldn't it be related to the service itself instead of just being a very vague statement without the context? Because obviously, if you just see making small look big, it could be pretty much anything. And then obviously, when you have the context of what your designer does, it does make sense. But from an SEO perspective, how do you see that?
Yeah. I always say on your homepage, optimize first and foremost for conversions and for your best customer to instantly know, ideally within 5 seconds, why they're a good fit or they're not a good fit. Two, yes, you definitely want to have some context. I'm not saying put your H1 with nothing else. It just says, we make small look big. Gets into like too visionary enterprise corporate speak, and that won't do any good for you, but maybe test out. We make small agencies look big, and then just have what you already have as your H1 and your sub description right now be your kind of sub description right below it. So you're going to have, we make small agencies look big, and then you go in with your whole spiel about, hey, we're an ego-free, hand-picked team of designers on demand whenever you need us. No more unreliability. That could go as your second place.
That's really cool. That's a very good idea, especially because, as you said, we make small look big. In a corporate website means a completely different thing than it means if they come to a website and they see it, right? It will be completely relatable, and they would pretty much, identify with that. I agree with you. Very good.
Yeah. Awesome. And then going back down, well, love it. You know what I'm going to say next, which is just add the visuals. These are great. Add a visual of what you did for these people.
Yeah, that's exactly missing, because we have the testimonials, we have the person, we just need the actual work that we did for them. So spot on.
Also, you bury the smallest but most impactful thing, which is we've worked with 1,000+ plans. Make that be in your subtext. So I heard if you say we make small agencies look big, put in there, like, we're the on-demand team for over 1,000.
That's nice. That's really nice. Awesome.
Yeah, on even more, ready to try your very own design team. Makes sense. Before I wrap up, any other final thoughts?
No, I think your suggestions were amazing. That's pretty much what I was looking for.
I love to hear it. Thanks so much for joining in on this messaging clarity session.
Bye.
And